Hey, my mic sounds nice. Check 1, check 2. This is the Gus and Low Show, the grooviest podcast in the land, brought to you by the Q&A Coffee, the best coffee in the land. Want to know more? Go to QACoffee.com. That's QACoffee.com. Wait a minute, y'all know we have to give an applause for the sponsor. Alrighty. How is everybody? This is the Gus and Low Show, episode 42. Can y'all believe it's 42 episodes? And they haven't shut us down yet. We must not be making enough noise, but give us time. So, also a big thank you to our loyal listeners and followers. I do not take this opportunity for granted to come before you. Los, a.k.a. Mr. Concur, is on sabbatical. So, that's still going on. But, hey, you got me, Gus, a.k.a. the Nature Boy. And I have a guest. Yes, we have a guest. So, once again, another applause for that. Okay, we will not be brief. Broadcasting from an undisclosed location, the Dragon's Lair. I'm sure this place has a whole bunch of names, but that's cool. Not going to be long. Actually, this episode is one of the few episodes where there isn't a topic, but one may just fall out the sky. So I'm going to introduce my guest. Actually, I'm going to let him introduce himself.
So I am Jeremiah Larbus, here joining
down in front.
We got a big crowd with us tonight, so thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity to have me.
Just always nice to get with some good people and smoke a nice cigar and have some bourbon.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, what are you smoking on right now?
I'm smoking a La Galera Anima. Okay. So I actually found these a few years ago, back when the Party Source was doing their tasting. The guy that reps the cigar name, his name's Brad. He's from Michigan, actually Midland, Michigan. Okay. And it's, I
right, yeah. Right.
So it was kind of a little quick connection there with him, and these are great cigars. The price point on them is fantastic. And they're bold. They're more of a full cigar. But the Anima, that's actually, they base them off of the different winds. Out of the way that the fields grow. So right. It's a fantastic cigar.
Cool. Yeah. So would you consider that everyday cigar?
Yeah, it is. You used to not be able to get these a lot. They used to have, there was a special run, but you can seem to find them more or less now. Right. They're everyday. There is just a La Galera Maduro. Right. It's got a red band. This has got the blue band. Okay. So absolutely. They're like $7. Okay. This stick here is about $9 now. Right. Cool. So
hey, if you like it, that's all they count.
Oh yeah, great throat. It's a great throat.
Right. Yeah. What are you drinking on?
Well, I mentioned that I had liked Redemption Bourbon, so you had brought some up tonight. It's a high rye bourbon, very smooth. It's not a typical rye, I would say, where it's got a ton of spice in it.
Right.
It's got a great flavor to it. Okay. I actually made an old fashioned, so that's what I'm having tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Old fashioned. That used to be my favorite drink.
I heard tequila was.
Yeah. Well, see, that was my problem. I liked anything with alcohol in it. If that, that sounds bad, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm still. It's been 6 months. Yeah, it's been a little bit over 6 months since I've had a drop of alcohol. Don't know how long it's gonna last. We'll see. We shall see.
Whenever it tugs on your nose there.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys have been well. It's what's this, the 12th? It's no longer it's still relatively the new year, a little bit not, but hey, hopefully you guys are doing well. So interesting fact, I was checking with the analytics department, and we at the Gus and Low Show, we're trying to grow this show, try to even go global, if you will. And interestingly enough, we've been getting some hits in India, Brazil, I'm like, wow. So we're gaining some traction. I want to thank everybody, guests, past, present, and more important, our sponsor, and definitely our listeners. So I think that deserves a round of applause. All right. We're trying to trim the fat, trying to make this product good product, and get, attract more listeners, bigger listenership, that's for sure. So, as I said, this episode is one of the few episodes where there isn't a topic, which means anything and everything is on the table or can be on the table, and you loyal listeners know how that can go. So right about now, we're just two guys smoking cigars on a Thursday evening, and
the studio audience.
Oh yeah, it's the peanut gallery for sure. I'm sure before long, my guess is Howie will come over and want to add his 2 cents, or maybe Kevin.
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah, one of them. That's my bet.
The South.
Right. right. So, Bengals fan? You a Bengals fan?
Actually, I'm a Jaguars fan.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Okay, you used to live there?
Well, we had some places down in Florida, actually Naples.
Yeah.
But nope, I'm more of a Trevor Lawrence fan.
Right.
So
yeah, I like him. I like that kid.
Him when he was Clemson and things like that. So became a Jaguar fan. They all make fun of me.
Yeah.
So I wore his jersey.
They're on the come up.
Oh yeah, they're going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
Coming up. They've got some nice draft picks next year.
Yeah.
They're sitting nice. I actually think they have a real shot of winning.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're in the playoffs, so it's anybody's game.
Yeah. They got hot at the right time. That's what it's
Absolutely.
about. Yeah, when you start the ball at the right time.
Yeah.
It's can't beat it.
Yeah.
So,
interesting.
I think they have a decent shot.
Right.
But I mean, you got to root. I mean, at hometown, you got to root the Bengals on a little bit here and there.
Yeah. I can't really talk. I'm a Bears fan,
Gotcha.
so we got our own freaking problems. So my thing with the Bengals, because historically the team that loses the Super Bowl doesn't even make the playoffs.
Right.
So the fact that they're in the playoffs has got my attention.
Yep.
Rarely has that happened, with the exception of the Patriots when they went back to back, and those teams who went back to back. So it's anybody's game.
No, it is. Joe Burrow's a great quarterback.
Oh, man, he's the truth.
Cool, calm, collected.
He's the truth.
He
is the truth.
They made some good deals, got us some offensive linemen in the offseason.
Yeah.
Although 2 of them are hurt now.
Yeah.
But they're still, they have, the offensive weapons they have are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. You know what? I like how you put that. You're more of a Trevor Lawrence fan. So I would consider myself a Joe Burrow fan. I like the way he carries himself and his command of the team.
It's
freaking love it. Yeah.
It's like he's, a 10-year veteran.
Yeah.
It's just got that moxie.
Oh, man. It's impressive to watch.
That's what it takes to win.
Yeah. So I may not be pulling for the Bengals, but I'm rooting for Joe Burrow.
It's good for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's infectious. Everybody's happy, or appears to be happier. So yeah. So I'm smoking this. I'm gonna have to relight this. This is a La Aroma de Cuba. Their Mia Moore series, which I've been smoking for 6 years. I didn't know this series even existed.
So that's a My Father, if I believe, My Father cigar.
No. My Father. That's the. I think they're in the same. I think they're on the same umbrella.
Yeah, it's part of. I think it's part of their line.
Yeah.
But no, they're the Mia Moore. They're fantastic smokes.
Yeah. I'll probably be able to see once I get this sucker lit properly. So let me do that. Sure.
Yeah, nope. It's always. You were doing a lot of work there. Let it go out.
Mm-hmm.
You got her fired up now.
Oh yeah. It's a shame I had to damn near scorch you, but hey. All right. So, also, speaking of our sponsors, I would be remiss if I did not mention Midwest Mobile Cigars. Midwest Mobile Cigars is a local business that caters to the premium cigar novice and expert. The company continues to grow with services and experience that the customers crave. Midwest Mobile Cigars will always provide the services and needs that customers desire. To know more, go to mmclounge.com. That's mmclounge.com. Thank you, MMC, for coming aboard, putting wind up under our wings.
So is that they would just show up at an event somewhere for you and just park out front?
An event, it could be your own party.
Yep.
It could be. You know what? I want me and my friends to smoke together in this lounge. So she's mobile.
She just drives up to you and parks out front?
Yeah, and she makes her own cigars. So, if there's that one person, because there's always that one person, cigars. She has cigars to pick from. They're pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. Local gal. All right. Episode 42, going down on a Thursday on a rainy evening. Feels like we're in Seattle, but nonetheless, it's still big dick energy up in this piece. So,
some clowns.
Right. It's all good.
He's a coffee lover. That's kind of our thing. We'll just kind of scream that out randomly.
Right. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, everybody got to have their thing.
That is fantastic.
All right, so baseball. Your thing's baseball.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Collegiate, pros. Did you play?
I run a organization. It's an amateur organization.
Okay.
Arguably one of the best in the country.
Okay.
We actually have just expanded into Tennessee, Texas, and Missouri.
Nice.
So it's called Midland, the Midland Baseball Organization. It's actually been around for 60-some years now.
Okay.
It started in the 60s. Our owner is named Joe Hayden. Started his kids were playing baseball, and they were playing for a little league team, and he was unhappy with how the coach was handling the team.
Yeah.
And then the coach actually got transferred. So his wife Lois, he was complaining to her, bitching to her, and she goes, "Well, you kind of got your wish because he's leaving.
Right.
So I nominated you to coach the team."
Right.
So that's pretty much how the team started.
Wow.
They actually owned the insurance company called Midland, which is now American Modern Insurance Company. They own high risk insurance.
Right.
But he brought the team all the way up. Now we have probably 140 plus teams from all over the country.
Wow.
But our flagship team is here in Cincinnati. It's an 18U team. All of them are pretty much high-level kids, either Division I athletes or draftable guys. So everybody on our team is a Power 5 kid, or a big-time mid-majors college. So you got Arkansas and Texas Tech and Oklahoma, Tennessee, Ohio State, Michigan State. We've got them from all over.
Right.
And they'll come here. They play here in the summertime. They live here with like host families. I'll have 4 or 5 guys live with me each year.
Nice.
Yep. So we've won 17 national titles.
Wow.
Yeah. The next closest team has 5.
Right. Wow. So, you know what? With that said, a big shout out to Midland. Wow. Wow, that's impressive.
Yep.
Dude, that is impressive.
Yep.
Wow.
Some notables, Barry Larkin, Ken Griffey Jr.
Really?
Yep. They both played in our organization.
Wow, did not know that.
Yep. Matt Harvey, Eric Hosmer, Andrew Benintendi, which is a local kid who played for us.
Right.
And some old school guys, Ron Oster.
Okay,
Yeah, they all, David Bell.
Wow.
Yeah, they were all part of our organization.
Right. Wow.
So it's pretty deep. The tradition there is very, very big.
Yeah, heck yeah. Especially with all the championships.
Right.
Man.
So I took over running the GM 2017. Won the World Series. 3-peated. So went 3 for 3. Then COVID struck. The COVID year was kind of unique actually. During COVID, there was no spring training, there was no big league baseball going on.
Yeah.
So we actually had at our facility, big league players. Right. Luke Maley and then like Scooter Gannett and Tucker Barnhart, and they were all playing in little games at our facility. That year we actually opened up our season, and I'd never seen it like that. We probably had 3,000 to 4,000 people at the game, our first game, because there was no baseball.
Right. Yeah.
So everybody
was home.
Everybody came to watch.
Yeah.
So and we had a bunch of MLB players or minor league baseball players that were there.
Right.
So it was. I mean, we made the best of it until they started spring training and they all left.
Right.
Yeah, the minor league guys still stuck around. Because,
Right.
some of their seasons didn't happen at all. So.
Wow, but that's still cool though. That they were able to blend in with your organization. And,
right.
Man, that's cool.
Yep.
And your World Series, we're recent. We
just won this year. So this year, we won. So COVID happened. We didn't have it 2021. We went out, lost in the semifinals, and then won it again last year.
Wow.
So,
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We lost one game in the whole thing. You do a little pool play round robin deal. Doesn't really mean anything.
Right.
We lost our first game that we played.
Right.
And then won out.
Right.
So,
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Played
That's awesome.
in Farmington, New Mexico.
Right.
So it's a track.
Right.
8,000 people at every game.
Wow.
The whole town shuts down. It's probably the closest thing to the College World Series that those kids will play in.
Yeah.
It's the same. I mean, they're treated like big leaguers. The signing stuff and everybody wants. Yeah, it's an amazing experience.
Right. That's cool. That's cool for the kids to experience that.
Yeah. They call it the Diamond in the Desert.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fantastic venue.
Dude, I would have never heard of that until you just mentioned that. Wow. Puffing on the cigar here. That's impressive, dude. Oh man, and baseball is one of those sports, man, or whether any sport, and particularly baseball. I mean, it's the pedigree of baseball.
Yep.
It's just in the history, and man, it's just so long reaching. And once you get in it, man, and if you're fortunate enough to to get with an organization like yours and to have those moments where the spotlight is on you,
right,
dude, that is it's magic, man.
Yep, we've had 47 first-round draft picks. Wow. We got 2 Hall of Famers.
Wow.
And probably 400-plus guys drafted into the big leagues, and thousands and thousands and thousands of college commits.
Yeah, nice. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, man. So.
No, it's a great experience.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I smoke all over the property there.
Right.
We have a big press box that overlooks the field, and I smoke inside there. Everybody knows the original owner was a huge cigar man. Nice. He smoked Macanudos.
Okay.
So, we still have a couple boxes just sitting up in the press box. He's since passed, but we have a couple boxes sitting up there just representing, sitting on his old desk and everything. So.
Speaking of, it's interesting you bring up Macanudo. So you know Paul.
Height?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a young lady. Her name is Lauren. I follow on social media. She was their rep, and she's left. She put it on social media last week, or maybe this week, that she's going to AJ Fernandez.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I.
In this area, or?
She didn't say.
Still doing it?
Right. I figured they would collaborate, and I don't know. I could be wrong. They could put her, West Coast. I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh man, she's gonna be AJ Fernandez. That'd be cool.
Yeah. No, Paulie's a great dude.
Yeah.
Got to know quite a few different cigar reps. We have one that works here. His name's Doug Sifford. He actually reps. He's more of a broker. He reps a bunch of different brands. Oscar is one. La Vida Habana, which is an excellent cigar. It's called LH Cigars. Nick, I'm going to get his name wrong, Cirrus or something. Great dude. It's an awesome, his story was awesome.
Right.
How he, got into making and blending cigars.
Right,
so he was at Sound Tech and did media stuff. And then ended up hooking up with like a sheet kind of guy. And then it just boomed. His business boomed. Yeah, it was fantastic. You know what?
The more I look around and just talk to people, like that guy's story. There's a young lady. She has a cigar lounge in Delaware, Ohio. 2.5 hours going west. she was corporate girl. And
Yep.
she just wanted to get out and dove into cigars, and now, you know, she's her store's phenomenal. I actually plan on visiting it. Wow, we're already in January, so maybe a couple weeks, maybe in February.
Yep.
Just to check it out. I just like to hear people's stories.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no, Nick's story was great. Like, so I had smoked one of his cigars. One of my players had bought me it as like a thank you or whatever.
Yeah.
And he had gotten it down in Florida somewhere. And then, you know, I smoked it, loved it. You know, even took some pictures of it and things like that. And then Doug's like, hey, you know, come on up here. Back when you could smoke down at the Party Source, or not Party Source, the beer cellar.
Yeah.
Which has since changed. But when you could smoke down there, he's like, yeah, come on down. We're gonna have a cigar, and then we're gonna go over and have some dinner. I got you know, LH here with me, and I'm like, oh, okay, great. And I didn't pop in my head.
Right.
And then we go over and sit down, and you know, Nick's like, oh, here, you know, want to try a couple of these, and he pushed over a couple of cigars, and I'm like, well, I'll be. I'm like, you know what? I was like, I've had these before, and I pulled out my phone and took a picture. I was like, I even took a picture of it, and I was like, these cigars are phenomenal, you know. And I was like, it's just interesting that I'm meeting you.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to tell us how he started. Like I said, he was doing technical stuff, TVs, high end, like big time. You know, you push the buttons, opens the blinds, and all that kind of stuff. Collaboration. And he said he had a customer that wanted to buy a ridiculous amount of this stuff. And he's like, you know, something like that. He goes, I think it's, you know, it almost came off to where I think it was a scam.
You're right.
So it was like, you know, and the guy, the middleman that was talking to him was, you know, explaining everything to him. And Nick was like, well, he goes, I'm not going to sell you this stuff unless I meet the individual.
Right.
He goes, it's the only way I'm going to do it.
Right.
And the guy's like, well, he's not going to meet you. He's like, well, I'm not going to sell you the stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's like, well, you know, and long story short, Nick was able to pull a meeting with him. So he went to the hotel room, you know, knocked on the door, and the guy opens up, his middleman opens up the door and says, all right, here you go, blah, blah, blah. He's like, never really met him.
Right.
He's like, no, I have to physically sit down and talk to this guy.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, hold on, goes to the room, comes back, comes out, and it's like, you know, it's somebody from Saudi Arabia, all right?
Wow.
So he's dressed in the whole garb.
Right.
And then, so Nick is sitting there talking, and, you know, they're talking about the deal, and, you know, he hears the guy saying, you know, asking his middleman to go run and get a cigar for him.
Right.
And Nick's like, if you could smoke any cigar right now, what would you smoke? And I'll just say, you know, he named a La Galera Animal.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so he's like, La Galera Animal. So Nick opens up his briefcase, and by chance, he had just taken one and threw it in his briefcase.
Wow.
So he literally just pulled it out and goes, here you go.
Right.
And then they were, so, you know, basically became instant friends almost, I guess I would say.
Right.
And then ended up, what happened was, so, you know, he goes back, he sells him all the stuff. Nick goes back, and then the guy calls and says, hey, I'm having problems with my system.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, just do this, He goes, no, I need you to come here. Flew him out there. And it was just like a little button to push or something.
Right.
The guy was looking for a friend. So he doesn't have any friends. So they became pretty good friends. And, and just went from there. And then Nick kind of, I mean, he was big in that area. And just, he actually had some cigar shops over there and everything. Beirut, Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. His story is fantastic.
No doubt. Even though in the beginning he had all the trappings of a bad drug deal. Like, I got to meet this guy. No, you can't. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah, no. It's a great story. I love listening.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, cigars bring people together.
You know what?
It's unbelievable.
Brother, that is the freaking truth, man. My circle has changed ever since, you know, go to cigar tasting and, you know, I started buying cigars, and you just mention it, man, and, you know, people just pop out. Oh, what do you smoke?
That's just it. I mean, you could be worth $40 million and I could be worth $10, and it doesn't matter. Everybody's just enjoying themselves, smoking a cigar, having a good time.
Yeah.
It's a great experience.
It really is. Oh man. With that said, Q&A coffee helps improve your mental endurance. Q&A coffee is for thinkers and I, like Los and I, the Gus and Los Show. To know more about Q&A coffee, go to QandAcoffee.com. That's the letter Q, the letter N, the letter A.com. Don't forget to try their Eyes Wide version, which is their first release, as well as North Star, which helps Spurs create. Yeah. You're right, man. Cigars, I can't tell you the people I've met just that I would not have met otherwise.
No.
Without the mention of a cigar.
Right. No, absolutely. I mean, you just know, just like being up in the events and stuff that they hold up there at Burn in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great venue.
Yes.
People that you met up there. And
I have a friend. He took off the entire month of December. He went there 5 times.
Yep.
In the span of I don't go there 5 times in a year, but because he had the time, and he's a newbie.
Yep.
I took him there for me and my good friend of mine. We took him up there, and he still he doesn't know a Macanudo from a Romeo.
Yeah.
He doesn't, but he loves the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a great town. I mean, that whole thing. We went up there. They opened that lounge in right before COVID in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So we're there in December. They've been open for maybe a month or so, not very long. Myself and John Howard went up there, sat down, and we're there just having a cigar, checking it out.
Right.
A gentleman by the name of Greg, who was worked in the humidor, comes over, and the next thing you know, we're locker members.
Right. Nice.
We're it's an hour and a half away. And
right.
We pay our $2,000.
Right.
We have a locker.
Right.
So, but I mean, it's a great experience.
Yeah. Lovely, dude.
Met Jake Sanders, who was ran the humidor then, who actually ended up getting bumped up to the GM job. Always took care of us there.
Right.
But he works for, I'm trying to think who he works for now, but he's a cigar rep. And he left there and became a cigar rep.
Wow.
So now he moved back over to Ohio now. But another guy you met that's a great man in the cigar community. And, and it's fantastic.
Cool, very cool. So my buddy, like I said, he's so enamored with the cigar culture. So he comes back. He's like, man, let's go to the Burn in Pittsburgh. He's like, it's bigger. He takes me to the website. They have a full service restaurant. And I'm like, and I was telling this to my girlfriend. And like, he wants to drive, what's Pittsburgh? 3.5, 4 hours?
At least 4, I would think, yeah.
I'm like, he wants to go there. So as he's talking, I'm like, dude, that's 4 hours. I'm like, let's take a flight. He doesn't want to fly. I'd be up for flying. We get there in 45 minutes. He wants to drive. And I'm like, okay, up and back? Because when we go to Indy, normally it's up and back. He's like, we stay the weekend. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? We a couple? Like, no, let's stay in the fucking weekend. I go with my girlfriend.
Right.
Love the guy, but yeah, man.
Did you end up making the trip?
Huh?
Did you end up making
Well, no, he just proposed this a couple weeks ago.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
And he has a hard-on for that place. I'm like, dude, I'm like, first of all, you don't own a humidor. You don't even buy cigars. You just buy them for when you go out. But I'm like, no, man. No. Maybe next year. Maybe when you get a humidor, at least a traveling humidor, the basic, the little plastic. At least get that. Like, he doesn't have Jeremiah, he doesn't even have a lighter. He doesn't have a cutter. So when I invite him over, he's like, matter of fact, he's like, why don't you give me that? I'm like, no, why don't you fucking buy one?
Sounds like Big Daddy.
Oh! Big Daddy. Wow. You know what's interesting? He is the reason. Funny. Oh, man. You can't make this stuff up. He's the reason why I got into cigars.
Oh, really?
So back when I was a bouncer in the down nightclub scene, I actually felt sorry for him. Because that was back when you could get a taxi at 2:30 in the morning. And I always imagined, the club owners like, get him the fuck out of here. And I'm like, he's
actually a good dude.
Yeah. Heart of gold.
Yeah.
Heart of gold. I'm like, he's harmless. He's Big Daddy. But can become problematic. And I felt one night I envisioned, getting him out. I was like, Big Daddy, you got to go. I can't find a cab yet. And I had an image of waking up next morning. Oh, there's a guy that got shot, and it was him. So I started taking him home. So he would give me a cigar. I wasn't even smoking cigars. This went on for years.
Yep.
So one day I opened my drawer. Jeremiah, there had been like 30 cigars just rolling around. I was like, let me try one of these. They weren't in the greatest of atmospheres.
Probably fell apart.
Exactly. Shit was unraveling. But I enjoyed it.
Yep.
So I said, okay, let me go with the Jungle Gems.
Yep.
Familiarize myself with cigars. And the rest is history. So
no. Jeff, aka Big Daddy, is. I mean, he will do anything for you. Great dude, love him to death.
Yeah,
would do anything for him too.
Yeah,
I mean, he's that kind of guy. He'll do anything for you. Give you a cigar, whatever. Awesome dude. But that's funny. I mean, that's just how you meet people.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's a small. It ends up being a small community.
Truly.
Truly. Close knit. Everybody. You know, there's really not a whole lot of bad actors.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a few, but there
are a few. There are a few. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not a whole lot of bad actors.
Yeah.
We got a full house in here.
Yeah. It's like a party up in here. Yeah. Who knew?
They knew you were coming.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Gus and Low Show. You know how it goes down. It's never. If you're looking for G-rated content, this is not it. So you just never know what you're gonna get. So I'm actually going to I think it's a benefit. I think it's a benefit for a local school district, and it's bourbon, barbecue, and cigars.
Gotcha.
I'm just going for the the guy who invited me. Good guy. So really, I'm going for the camaraderie. You know, good chance to hang out with him, a couple of his friends that I know, and just other cigar smokers. So you know, I'm not drinking, so they'll have my drink tickets. Hopefully, I don't get barbecue on my show.
But wear a bib.
Yeah.
Nope. And fortunate enough to smoke in a bunch of different lounges.
Yeah.
You know, the other good one up there is Mickey Blaine's. You know, they're quite the different. One's like more of a speakeasy as opposed to burn.
Yeah.
You know, you're walking down the steps, it smells mold.
Yeah. So I actually went to Nicky Blaine's before Rocky Patel's Burn opened.
Right.
Loved it. I mean, that's the place. I mean, I felt like I was teleported back in time.
Correct, and that's 100% what it's like.
Yeah. I'm sure presidents came there, congressmen, probably some assassination deals. Orders were made there. Right. I mean, but a fabulous place.
Yep.
And the customer service, impeccable.
Yep. And decent food and everything. I mean,
since then, my experience, the customer services went down.
Oh, really?
Oh man, the last time we went there, matter of fact, the night we all went up to Rocky Patel Burn, a group of us, we left to go there. They charged us $5-10 to get in. I said, F that, let's go back. But some of the guys had never been there. The customer service was bad.
Oh, really?
It was bad. The last 2 times I went, I even emailed, customer service back. They never even bothered to reply back, like, hey, we're sorry, blah, blah. I guess they said, F you, dude.
Well, next time you go there, you need to try a place called Sticks.
Okay.
It's like STYXX or something like that.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know really, just it's opposite of town. Not too far. It's about maybe a 5-minute drive.
Okay.
A little Asian place. They have sushi and all kinds of stuff, but you can smoke in there while you have eat.
Wow.
It's very, very, very nice place.
Nice. Thank you for turning me on to that. I'm going to try that.
No, it's a great place. That's where we'll usually go there. We'll start there, have dinner, have a couple cigars, and then head over to Burn for the evening.
Right.
And then when we walk out of there at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Nice. Okay, cool. Let's check that out.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
Just like the Burn in Naples is okay.
Really?
Yeah. It's I recommend the one in Indy.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Is that bad?
Yeah,
that's bad. That's bad for Naples.
I don't want to. Jeez, oh Pete. I don't want to really bash them.
Right.
But it's just not the way to go.
Right.
They're bringing us presents.
Right. I'm good, gentlemen. No tequila. I'm good.
I just have a question. Is this that shit tequila?
No, this is New Azul.
It's not.
Yes, it is. You want the bottles right there?
Where's the bottle?
I'll go get the bottle.
So tequila around here is usually you go through a fifth in like 30 minutes. And that's no joke.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Joke. But we've been...
Matter of fact, I think the night I got toasted, I think Tony had a shot or two.
Oh, a 2 or 2?
Yeah. Well, the bottle was...
Or 10.
Well, the bottle was... It was damn near empty.
Tony doesn't drink tequila.
Here we go. Luna Azul.
But wait a minute, I thought that was the fancy tequila that's in like the porcelain freaking.
No, that's
bottle.
Casa's. Okay, repeat that one.
Good morning, sunshine.
New man.
Cheers. What's up, Nick? You got hangover? Or? I saw you over there asleep.
I was here till 5:45 this morning.
Gotcha.
Then got up at 8 to go to work. So.
Gotcha. I can dig it.
Yep, nope. They are tequila connoisseurs here.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's every 5 minutes.
Right.
They're pouring another round.
Right. Well, being I'm abstaining, I'm obviously in the wrong place, but I'm good. You know, I can be around it. I'm good. I'm just, to each his own.
Oh, I'm the same way.
own.
I didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
And I probably will have to cut myself off here shortly.
Right. Right. Hey, it's important man knows his limits.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's not knowing my limits. It's just last week it was tequila with ass.
Really?
Some kind of, I don't know. It was gross.
Man.
Not good. So not doing that.
Right. And that's the worst, man. A bad cigar, bad liquor,
Yeah.
bad pussy. Shit. Damn. Matter of fact, yeah, bad pussy. and bad liquor and bad cigars. Man.
Yeah, I have no problem if a cigar is bad or if it's burning bad, just put it down in the ashtray.
Yeah.
I mean, why are you gonna if it doesn't draw well? Or
Oh, man, that's the worst.
Or it just doesn't taste right. I mean, I'm not gonna force myself.
Oh, man, that's
when you want to enjoy something.
Yeah, right.
No reason to do that.
Right. So I heard a lot of Alec Bradley's Project 40 cigar.
Not too familiar with that one.
I heard number good things, especially on YouTube. They're like, oh, it's great, great price point. Tried it, bad draw. It's still on my patio.
So they I think they just re-released a new one. Their broadleaf. It's a great smoke. I brought it out. A friend of mine named Jared Casebolt, who used to work at the Party Source, little curly-headed guy, moved down to Fort Lauderdale, and he works for Alec Bradley now.
Okay, nice.
So he's turned me as in the past. I probably wouldn't have smoked a lot of this stuff. Now I do, because of just being around him, and able to enjoy some stuff. He gave me an original Lost Art, which was I think it was released in 2010, and they just released it last year again. Also,
Lost Art by Alec Bradley.
Yep.
I want to say that's crossed. That's crossed my eyes.
Yep.
Lost Art.
But he sent me a bunch of cigars for Christmas. I pulled it out of the box or out of the bag, and literally the wrapper was the color tint of the cigar. And I said, Jared,
Wow.
I'm like, do you realize that was probably from the original run?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. He goes, I was able to get some out of the warehouse. So, I was. Got it. I mean, I still haven't smoked it because I know it's just that's going to be on a good night where I just want to really enjoy it.
Right.
So, but I'm looking forward to that cigar.
Yeah, I bet.
But Alec Bradley. I like Alec Bradley's.
Yeah.
The Lagaleras, and then Southern Draw. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Yeah.
Southern Draw, the Jacob's Ladder, the Brimstone.
Yeah.
It's a perfection.
Yeah.
Man, it's a fantastic smoke.
Yeah.
I've got some of these guys hooked on them here too.
See Jacob's Ladder and what is it, Rose of Sharon?
Yep.
Great cigar.
But I just really stick to that Jacob's Ladder. It's just really, really good.
Yeah.
They have the original, like the regular Jacob's Ladder, and then they have the Brimstone.
Okay.
And the Brimstone's a perfection. It runs to, it looks more like a torpedo kind of shape.
Right.
But man, fantastic. It's got an open foot on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look for that. The Brimstone.
Yeah.
Jacob's Ladder Brimstone. Gotcha.
Yeah. No,
okay.
it's a great smoke. It's more of a full bodied smoke too.
Gotcha.
Which I tend to come to.
Right.
Just start to enjoy those.
So I started off with, full body, and then, so I went backwards. I guess I was supposed to start with the light body.
Right.
So I probably burnt all my freaking taste buds, because, they talk about, I can taste hints of cocoa, and I can't taste shit.
Yeah, no, you can't. But you can't.
So that's bullshit.
No. Well, so again, like the Galera Brad,
Yeah.
who brought me some. Every time he comes in town, he'll bring some, and he brought a sample or like a prototype.
Yeah.
And then I'm smoking it, and I'm like, I'm getting cinnamon, and he's like, oh my God! He goes, you're right. It's about the first time I've ever really, just sat there and tried to figure out what was in a cigar,
Right.
and be like, oh, it's woodsy note of oak and tenderness, floral flowers, and a little bit of spice.
Right.
Oh, bullshit. Who writes those things?
I tell you what, it's entertaining. It's entertaining to hear those guys. So there's a guy, I don't know if you ever heard of him. He does reviews, 60-second cigar reviews.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, hints of orange and with a twinge of lavender. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, do I need to go to the doctor and, have my nasal cavity? Oh, man, it's entertaining.
Yeah. It's you can tell when a little cigar has a little more earthy taste. Or, it does. Some of them do have a little florally, aroma or taste to them, but I can never really get that deep into it to where I'm describing notes of orange and leather and hay and
Chocolate,
granite,
wet cement. What the fuck? Yeah.
Never really get into that kind of stuff.
Right. Drew Estate. Are you a fan of Drew Estate?
So Drew Estate, a couple of theirs. That's if I'm not correct, like the legal lines part of theirs.
Yeah.
Love the legal number 9.
Yes.
Number 9 is one of my favorite cigars.
Yes.
Great big smoke, heavy flavor.
Yes.
I mean, it's now listen to me talk about it. But that's a love that one for sure.
Yeah.
So some
absolutely.
of their other stuff.
Yeah, some of their stuff is hit or miss.
Yeah, very hit or miss. But some of their stuff's really, really good. So.
Down in front.
Is that Tony?
Oh no, Tony's asleep. Oh, well, I thought he was.
He's old. He's our grandpa.
Right. The legal love that. There's one other, the Blondie. Every now and then I want it.
Yeah.
All the others, there's one they have called Plush. I think we did a podcast just talking about cigars, and I described it as what pussy should taste like. I mean, the smell, that smell is, oh man,
Terrible.
Yeah, this is mild,
You gotta throw her back.
right. Man. And I think, and I'm starting to learn with every cigar brand, there's some hits, and there's some misses.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Every line has their basic line, their grass or yard working cigar up to their where you're gonna have it with a nice glass of bourbon. Sit there on a good night. And talk to people. That's how I started out. I mean, my first cigar was an Angelino. I'm trying to think of the guy that kind of was like a face of that. He was the guy that was on one of those FBI shows. I can't remember his name, but he was. That was my first cigar. Got started from smoking in the party source, was going in there all the time. Just kind of worked my way up. Never really smoked too much expensive stuff. It was, middle of the road, $7, $8 there. But now I can't put down anything. I mean, I'm sitting next to an extra añejo and a rare pink. And that's all I smoke now. Is stupid high-end shit.
Hey, you know what? You like what you like.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
you like what you like.
But I mean, you still can't pass up a good La Galera and a good Southern Draw, and the one you're smoking. Those Mi Amores are fantastic.
Oh yeah. That is light, is lit. And,
No, they're great. And it's to each his own. Everybody's palate's different.
Yeah. That too.
It's just it's a unique thing for everybody.
Yeah, that too. And now that I stopped drinking, I have a whole lot more money to buy cigars. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big drinker. I'll have a couple drinks while I'm smoking a cigar, but that's about it. I'm not like some of these yahoos you can hear in the background.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the Gus and Lowe Show, we have the Yahoos in the background.
They're one step away from AA.
Oh man. Good times. Yeah, I think I started off with the Rocky Patel Edge.
Okay, yeah,
In the
just
beginning,
that.
I was like, this is all right. You know, like I said, just go up the ladder.
Right.
See what you like, see what you don't like.
Yeah, I'm not a big Rocky anything fan. But
Really?
Yeah, no, not really. Yeah,
I'm starting to learn even with hit or miss. Hit or miss.
some of his stuff is. Yeah, it's just. I'll go in there and buy an Oliva before I'll buy one of their sticks.
Yeah.
But again, like down in Naples, they've got the Oliva, the like 35th anniversary ones. They had that was that weird shape.
Yeah.
They were literally selling for like $50. Wow. And I'm like, I said, really? This is a $10 cigar.
Right.
You know, but they want you to buy their shit instead of buying all that other stuff.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I you know what? A lot of it, and you know, once again, as I'm starting to learn, it's marketing.
Yep.
You know, you read the description, you're like, oh, this is rated 94. Like last time I went to Rocky Patel Burn, got the Sun Grown, which I think is a 93. I didn't think it was that great.
It's like the, get in trouble here, whether or not or whatever. The aging room, that room or 101 or whatever a couple years ago. That was that orange box was cigar number one.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
No.
It was
Not
smokable, but
not even smokable. Remember when I said I put it down?
Right.
I put it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was not good for me anyway.
Right.
Again, everybody's palate's different. That
Yeah.
just didn't fit mine. I'm
Yeah.
just like I'm not going to waste time in trying to enjoy something I don't want to.
I hear you. Yeah, absolutely.
Never got another one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you lost?
You like? You cut it?
I'm good, sir.
Okay, cool. What you smoking?
Some
Opus?
Opus, I have no idea what.
Look like an Opus.
Everybody's smoking Opus around here.
Shit. Big deep pockets.
Really? Nobody knows what you got sitting there.
What's that?
Is that nobody knows what you got sitting there?
Good
I
times.
told you, two really good cigars.
Yeah. I mean, shit. You know, you like what you like.
Right. Yeah.
If you wanting to spend it, hey, what the hell?
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, they're really reasonable. I mean, the rare pinks, I mean, I think those probably, I mean, for what it is, it might have been a $16 cigar. And this Añejo, I think it was like $12.
It's Arturo Fuente?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all recognize that rapper?
Yeah. So I mean, it's they're it's the number 60.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, Dallas.
Yeah.
Does a great job of keeping those in the humidor, and he does a great job of putting them out and letting everybody buy them.
Yeah.
Not just selling them all to this
Right.
person or that person.
Right.
He lets everybody get a share of them.
Right.
And you can get some good smokes in there now.
Yeah. Cool.
His little humidor turned into. He's actually got a really, really nice humidor.
So you know what? I think the last time I was there, his humidor wasn't that great, so maybe I need to revisit
I would
it.
stop back in. He has some. I mean, his stuff. Not only does he have a decent size. I mean, it's not really that big. It's it was like the size of a walk-in cooler.
Yeah.
Pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
It's pretty full. He's got a lot of different Fuentes. Placencia. He's got a lot of the Placencia brands, and it's all over.
Wow, he has Placencia.
Oh, tons of them.
Wow.
And then on the outside, he's got a big cabinet, and it's all boutique cigars.
Okay.
So just like the ATLs, the HVCs, which the HVC 500 is a fantastic cigar.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And he's got. I mean, his cigar selection is actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. His Fuente, he's it's the same. The stuff that the party source gets in, he gets the same stuff in.
Wow.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's upgraded.
Yes,
He's upgraded.
very much so.
Yeah.
Yep. He's trying to keep the smoke out of there. He's got some new smoke eaters and things in there.
Hot damn.
But it still can get pretty smoky.
Yeah,
But definitely have tried. It's not a bad place to smoke. I'll recommend it to people now.
Yeah.
I think he's done a good job turning it around.
Right. Cool. Good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Shout out to Dallas. don't know if he listens to the podcast, but give him a shout out anyway.
I'll tell you, there might be a place where you go some night and do it in there.
There's an idea. There is an idea.
I mean, it's whether you're either a Dallas fan or you're not a Dallas fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I do. You know, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
And then, but he's got quite a knowledge on him. You know, especially with a lot of the Cuban cigars too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got a lot of knowledge of that stuff. So, from when he was making his trips down there all the time and everything.
He's still going down there?
He doesn't anymore. His now his wife from there.
Right.
She lives here full time.
Gotcha.
They had a kid together and everything.
Gotcha.
So he doesn't go down there too much anymore.
Gotcha.
And with now with the new administrations and everything, I think they've cut a lot of that off anyway. That not reinstated the travel. And
Right.
You're allowed to bring back so much. You can't even do that at all now.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so it's
Understandable.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But he's got it's not a bad place. I'm trying to think if there's any really other cigar lounges here in town. That there's really not too many besides like Strauss where you can hang out and smoke a good cigar.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple places opening up in Covington and things like that. So
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be nice.
Right.
It'd be good to get some good places around.
Right. And what's interesting now that, Carlos, he opened up his the Jester.
Yep, out there and
But what's interesting, what is it? Mark Twain coined, "When I die, I want to be in Cincinnati because it'll be 20 years." So all these other cities, throughout the country, here Cincinnati is finally
getting them.
Yeah.
No, and his area is nice. He's done a great job on that back patio.
Yeah,
That back
absolutely.
patio is fantastic.
Yeah.
So, especially with the tent and everything now.
Yeah.
It's still up, isn't it? The temper.
It's too cold for me to smoke outside. I'm sorry. I cut it off about 43. No, I can't say 43.
No, I'm the same way.
50
degrees.
Yes.
I am the same way.
Yeah, so I'll visit his establishment when it hits the 50s consistently.
Yep. That's like the club here that we started. It's just an awesome thing to have.
Yeah.
With a group of guys that went together and put something together nice. And it's come along very nicely.
Yeah.
We put on a couple events here and there down at the In Between Tavern.
Right.
Partnered up with Strauss Cigars, of course. I think he's one of the second oldest maybe in the country.
Yeah. So, somebody was telling me that. I was like, wow.
Yes.
So here's a question. Because I was my newbie friend. I was telling him about the places you can go. So how does he get away with being able to smoke? Because in the Hamilton County, you can't smoke.
He was grandfathered in.
Nice.
Because of how old he is.
Gotcha.
He was grandfathered in.
Gotcha.
He's one of the only ones that was actually grandfathered in.
Yeah.
So.
Because I got a couple friends, newbies, and it's like, well, how is he? I'm like, I don't know. Now I can tell.
Just because of how old he was and how long that business is.
Right. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They grandfathered him in. Jim Clark does a fantastic
job.
He
does. Yeah.
He's got there, and he's got his location in Florence also.
I didn't know about that until I went to the website. I was like, damn it, I didn't know that.
Yep. Got a location in Florence too. Nikki, who's sitting right behind me in the chair, is he works there now.
Okay.
So, he's always kind of worked there, but he works there pretty much full time now.
Nice. Cool. Very cool.
Great spot to smoke.
Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, he turned me on to, and I was never a big Connecticut fan. He turned me on to, I think it's called Villager. He was over at friends of mine's house. Will was there. He's like, try it. He asked me what I like, and I was like, me and him have a good one. See you later, Carlos. Carlos the dog. So there's a guy here. He had a dog. Cute as you want to be. His name was Carlos, and I just thought that was funny. But yeah, he turned me on to a Connecticut, and I was like, this is gonna be bullshit. It's gonna be weak. One of my favorite cigars.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm forever indebted to Jim for that.
Oh, yeah, great stuff over there.
Yeah, and that box, that particular cigar, I can get a box for like $60. Yeah, on cigarpage.com.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, because sometimes
20 of them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Right. like I said, I got more money to now that I'm not drinking. Jeez. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Gus and Low Show, episode 42. We just two guys, two talking heads, chopping it up like men. Not no fucking toxic masculinity. Is that shit even real? Is there some shit? It just took off, but is it really? No, I don't think it is. I mean, because when the shit hits the fan, when there's a tire to be changed, war, the women will be sitting at home. That's for damn fucking shit. No, don't get me wrong. There'll be some women who will join the fight, but like I said, for the most part, hey, it's the men that are called upon. And then, where's the toxic? You don't hear that toxic masculinity shit then. He's a hero. Like, yeah, but that's pipe down, man. Pipe down.
Yeah, the world we live in nowadays.
Oh, man. I picked the perfect time to stop drinking because I'm like, I don't know if I can handle this shit sober sometimes. I shit you not, Jeremiah. I sit home and I'm, like I said, I got a full bar. I'm like, damn.
I'm going to have to drink to deal with that.
Yeah. I can only go to the gym so many times. I'm like, fuck. And at 3 a.m, I'm like,
Yeah, we got a cross-dresser stealing luggage.
Right.
A little politically incorrect stuff there, I guess.
You know what? We're all about being politically incorrect at the Gus and Low Show. But, hey, we do it because our fans want it.
Unless you're out there wearing that dress stealing luggage.
Right. Oh, man. If I see you, whoever you are, person, I'm going to tackle you. Just know that. I'll deal with the consequences later.
That's a bald-headed guy.
Oh, right.
He works for the government, I think.
Oh, shit. I wouldn't doubt it.
He does.
Really?
Yes, this is a true story. I'm not making that up.
Wow. Do tell.
Well, I forget the guy. He's something to do with...
Homeland Security?
Something about with like he's a physicist or some kind of scientist or something with them, and a guy wearing dress and bright makeup and actually like leather and chains and working for the government and would go at airports, not even take a bag on the plane, go over to baggage claim and just take like a Louis Vuitton bag and walk out with it. Wow. Multiple times.
Wow.
Yeah. And was caught and was like, oh, I didn't realize it. I thought it was my bag. Well, you didn't get on the bag. You didn't have a fucking bag when you got on the plane. Why are you grabbing one? Yeah.
What the? Wow. Shit. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this shit up.
I should probably try to find a picture. It's disturbing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is. Woo. I don't know. When I get home, I'm gonna be looking at those bottles like after that story. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Gus and Low Show. We're about to wrap it up. Thank you for listening. Big shout out to Q&A Coffee, our sponsor. I'll just give them one more shout out. Q&A Coffee helps improve your mental endurance. Q&A Coffee is for thinkers like Los and I, the Gus and Low Show. Want to know more? Go to QACoffee.com. That's the letter Q, the letter N, the letter A.com. Don't forget to try Eyes Wide, which is their first release, as well as North Star, which helps spur creativity. And another shout out to Midwest Mobile Cigars. Midwest Mobile Cigars is a local business that caters to premium cigar novice and... All right, ladies and gentlemen, so you guys know I fucked up this word last week. I'm going to give it another shot. Aficionado. Hey, I said it. The company continues to grow with services and experience that customers crave. Midwest Mobile Cigars will always provide the services and needs that customers desire. To know more, go to mmclounge.com. That's mcclounge.com. Shout out to them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to wrap it up. We are going to enjoy our cigars, and I guess we're going to join the fray. Because I think they're getting louder every minute. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Spread the word. If it's your first time listening, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, especially for those who are listening abroad, whether you're in Budapest Brazil, India, England. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button so that we can get accurate numbers of who's listening. And have any questions or comments about anything that's said on the podcast, you can hit us up at the Gus and Low Show at gmail.com. That's the Gus and Low Show at gmail.com. Jeremiah, I want to thank you, brother.
Absolutely, bro.
It's been a pleasure.
You.
It's been a pleasure.
Fun.
Been a
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thank you for hosting. Thank you for hosting. Ladies and gentlemen, hug your family, do the right thing, and we're out.